I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on GBN, we're diving into two soulful and enlightening works from an amazing author. Her name is Reverend Lydia Fougères, and the books are called 111 Reflections for Thy Earth Odyssey, Tomb 1 and Tomb 2. These books are more than reflections, they are interactive guides to self-discovery, spiritual growth, and awakening. Designed to inspire introspection, they include space for journaling, making them personal companions on your journey through life. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Reverend, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very pleased to be here.
Pleased to have you on the show, as always. These are amazing books, very, very powerful tools. Reflection is so important when it comes to understanding yourself in the world. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, reflection is very important to actually move forward in life, because people that do not ever reflect in their life actually make the same mistakes over and over again. So that is why in my life, I have reflected a lot. I had made several mistakes in my life. And since I have worked as a registered nurse and a holistic nurse and am a reverend on top of it, the thing is that I have seen many make mistakes, and I have helped them in their journey. So since I love helping people in their journeys, I decided to write those books. There are two for the moment. There's the third one coming up. They are right now in English, in French, and in Spanish. And I have started making a show, which is called A Woman's Prerogative, where I talk about introspection also. And I started my own podcast also, but in French.
Wonderful.
So
You're a busy lady. You're the busiest woman in show business, and you're spreading such an important message. I think that's wonderful. And I think that's great. And particularly reaching people on multiple different levels, your podcast, the TV show, and of course, these books, 2 right now, 3 to come. Talk to us a little bit about the books, how they're structured, and what people will get from them and what they'll learn when they crack the covers.
Well, what they do, actually, there are reflections. They start by there are 3 reflections per page there are 3 reflections on the left page, and on the right page they can write whatever they want. So I suggest, because the thing is that I do not want people to spend their money over and over again. I suggest they do not write on the right page. I suggest they get themselves a journal, and they journal whatever length they want, because I, for my part, think that everyone, every single year has progressed. They are in another journey. They have progressed, and every reflection actually is important. Every single year, the reflection will mean something to them because they have moved on. Let us say reflection in Tome 1, 14. The greatest challenge humanity has to face is for everyone, which is all humans, to understand that God is the only world leader. So every single year, people do not come up with that statement.
Yeah.
They think they're world leaders that actually lead. But at the same time, we are all under the same leader, which is the divine source. No matter what people think, what people believe, it is either Gaia, a rock, the earth, the moon, the sun. They can believe whatever they want. There is always something more powerful than the human being. So year after year, they can reflect as they move on in life on what they think about that, what happened in their year.
Yeah.
So they can write in a journal, and every single year they can take the book out. Well, the two books, they can take them out and work with those books. There are 111 reflections per book, and there's a reason. The reason is that those numbers are magical. 111 means it opens the universe. 111 is the opening of the universe.
Wow.
It's a magical number. It's a beautiful number. So the thing is that when they actually open the universe with the first book, they can go to the second book. The second book is tone 2, and they will reach 222 reflections. 222 is another magical number which solves situations. So by reflecting, they will solve situations in their lives because they will have moved on, they will have learned more, and they will know themselves a lot better. They will see life a lot more beautiful, and they will be less judgmental also. That is the way I wrote those books.
Well, it's beautiful throughout, wonderful thoughts, a great vision for the world. I love the reflection that you read to us that there really is only one true world leader in this world, and that's God. And it makes us view our world differently. We don't look at us and them. We don't look at this country or this border or that boundary. We look at everyone as God's children. And I think that's such an empowering way to look at life and look at humanity, don't you think?
Exactly, because we have to help one another. We have to stop the hate. We really have to stop the hate. We have to stop judging one another. We are not responsible for other people's mistakes. We have to lead a life of enlightenment. Absolutely. And even if we made a mistake, it doesn't matter, because the thing is that we can always fix a situation. There is always a way to fix a situation. The only way you can't fix a situation is if you're dead. That's the only thing. And you can fix a situation 5 minutes before you pass. So it's very important that people understand that there is always hope. There is always hope for a change. And there is no way that people have to hate one another. They have to try to understand one another and accept one another for their differences. That is the way it has to be.
Yeah. Life is too short to have all of these misunderstandings, all of these bad emotions, hatred, and so forth. How important is journaling? Talk to us a little bit about that.
The journaling is extremely important because it helps us to evolve. When we evolve, actually, we grow. We grow a lot better. We become a different being. We become an enlightened being. I see that everyone is a master in becoming. Everyone. I treat everyone as a master in becoming. So I see the light in everyone. I look at everyone like a person that is always mastering the energy, mastering the light, mastering the divine source. They are working on themselves. No matter if they only understand 2 reflections, they have understood 2 at least. I do not judge. I always see progress in everyone. That is the way I see things. And no matter what they write to me, what they ask me, I always say there is no question that is ridiculous. Every question is worth an answer. But talking about answers, the thing is that I do not have the answers. They have them. What I do is that I listen. That's what I do. I listen to them.
Well, that's a great gift. I mean, because a lot of people in this world feel like they are unheard. So the gift of listening is important. The gift of making people feel important by listening to them is important. And I think it's very interesting. The way you view the world is your life. You know, if you view it as a negative, dark place, your life is a negative, dark experience. If you see the beauty in the world, if you see the beauty in people, your life's going to be so much more rewarding, so much more fulfilling, don't you think?
Absolutely, absolutely. And as I was talking about listening, the people actually, they listen to answer. That is the problem with people. They listen to answer. Sometimes you have to listen just to listen. That is all. But that's the secret.
Mhm.
We don't always have to listen to answer when someone speaks to us. We have to just be,
Mm,
be in the moment with them. And we have to aspire to actually help them in their becoming.
mm,
So when we actually are with them in the present moment, because every moment is the present moment, you see,
mm.
because the past, the present, the future is always the present moment. Because what happened in the past was the present moment. What is happening now is the present moment.
Yeah,
And what is happening in the future is the present moment. So
yeah.
the thing is that if we stay in the present moment all the time, we have a better life.
Hmm.
And we do not always envision, like, you are a person that actually, you have a great vision of life also. It
Thank
is
you.
easy. You are open-minded. So it is easy to deal with a person like you.
Mm,
Sometimes some people are extremely difficult to deal with, but there is always a way to deal with them
yeah,
without being aggressive. We always find a way without being aggressive.
yeah, absolutely. It's interesting when you talk about living in the present. The present is the only time we have control over. We have no control over the future. We have no control over the past. We can only control what's here and now. So that's why living in the moment is so important, don't you think?
Exactly. And what we do in the present actually has an impact on our future. So
Yeah.
we have to be careful about what we are doing at the present. When we're taking a decision, we have to think, is it a good decision? We have
Right.
to ponder on our decisions because they have an impact on others, on ourselves, but on other beings also.
Mm,
We have to think about the society, about the energy that we bring upon others. We always have to take in consideration what we actually bring to the world with our decisions.
yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about creativity. What role does creativity play in connecting with one's higher self?
Creativity is absolutely necessary. And creativity is not like an artist. Some people say they have no creativity at all.
Mhm.
And that is absolutely wrong because everyone has creativity. I know mechanics that have zero creativity according to them,
Mhm.
but they are geniuses. They really are geniuses. And the thing is that they say they have no creativity. Well, it is wrong. They create by doing mechanics. Everyone has a form of creativity. And by being creative, they bring to the world. We always bring to the world because when we create, we uplift the energy. We elevate the vibration of the world. We are happy. We are
Mhm.
in the present moment, and we bring beautiful energy to everyone around us. So when we are happy and we create in whatever form, we bring to the world. That is the way creativity is extremely important. And everyone is creative,
Yeah.
no matter what they do. That
Sure.
is the way it is.
Yeah, whether you're cooking, it's creative. The games you play with your children might be creative. You know, your garden is a creation. It doesn't always have to be what we view as the performing arts or the fine arts. It doesn't have to be painting or performing, but like I said, it can be as simple as baking a delicious cake for your children and being in that moment. How did your background as a reverend shape the tone and the message of these books?
Well, first of all, people confide. People confide a lot. People have regrets. People say, I should have, I would have, and it's too late sometimes. So when it is too late, people have a tendency to talk to a stranger, a reverend. That is easier to talk to a reverend than actually your children, your loved ones. They do not want to tell them. So they will tell a reverend what has they would have had done. So when they regret, when they would have changed something, they tell us. They tell us, and what we do with that is that we just tell them, well, you did not do it, but you did something else.
Yeah.
So what happens is that we think when actually people explain to us regrets or things they have done, good or bad, doesn't really matter, good or bad. So when they actually explain to us, we come up with ideas to help others.
Mhm.
And it is a good thing. Those ideas help others, and them, by their reflection, they help us reflect to help
Yeah,
other human beings. So
absolutely.
everyone helps everyone.
Yeah. It's a self-perpetuating thing, I think, and I think it's absolutely true. Talk to us about how readers can integrate the reflections that they find on the pages of your book into their daily lives.
Well, they can integrate them by sharing them with others. They
Yeah.
really can share them. Like, I would recommend, like, my first reflection in poem one is very specific. I wrote, pray for greedy people. Imagine the suffering of not experiencing the gift of being able to give and only to be able to receive.
Hmm.
So when we think about that reflection, we have to think about greedy people, and we have to help greedy people learn to share.
Hmm.
And we can practice that every single day. So a reflection can be practiced. So all reflections that are there can be established in everyday routine. We read a reflection, we work on a reflection. But what I consider a person should do actually, they should only work on one reflection per day because it is not a novel. Some people read it like a novel and they do not think about the reflections, but I do not say it is wrong. They can read it and then start the reflections again. But what I think is that people should actually work on one reflection at a time, even if they think that they know it all, they do not.
Yeah,
That is it. They have
exactly.
to think.
Yeah, you have
We
to
have
take the time to digest what you've written about, how it applies to your life, how it applies to your community, to society, and then try to put it into action and share those words with others. I think it's basically a daily devotional in many ways, right?
exactly. You see, I apply my reflections every single day in different situations.
Yeah.
I live a full life, so I apply the reflections
Yeah.
every single day. And I come up with different reflections for different books. And I help others with those
Mhm.
reflections. I do not say, have you thought about that? Because, that's not my place to say so.
Mhm.
I just try to direct them in a direction that they already have taken.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you see a difference between spiritual growth and religious practice?
Oh, yes, yes, because it is not the same at all. Religious practice is following rules, more following rules, prayers. It is more, it is more, it is structured. Spiritual practice is all the time.
Mhm.
It is a way of thinking. I am a reverend, but I am not a religious reverend.
Mm.
I do not start stating citations of the Bible. You will never hear me talk about the Bible. You will never hear me talk about the Quran, whatever. Never, never, never. I talk spiritual because I talk to everyone. So I do not choose a group. I do not limit myself to a group. I do not limit myself to a religion. What I do is actually, I make sure that I do not limit myself.
Mm.
That is the very important thing, because religion is something that is extremely necessary. I have to admit that. It is very important, because imagine the world without religion. Imagine how many police officers or military we would need to structure the humankind. So it would be impossible. So religion actually sets boundaries. And it is very important that boundaries be set. There are rules and regulations in religions, good and bad. Sometimes very bad, but sometimes very good. And the thing is that if everyone sets themselves some boundaries, well, the human race will evolve a lot better. When we are spiritual, we are not necessarily religious. We set ourselves boundaries without establishing that we are in a certain religion. Even if we can be in a religion and not practice the religion, we are spiritual. So that means we actually believe in a divine source, believe in something. So we believe in something that is higher than ourselves.
Mm.
We don't believe that the human race is the thing.
Yeah.
We believe there's someone higher than us, something higher than us, whatever. But we do believe, and we keep an open mind.
Mm.
We have an open mind. It's important to have an open mind on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I agree with you. Religions are great, necessary. Like you said, it adds structure to the world. It adds a code of conduct to the world. But the problem with religion is there's conflicts between those religions as well. But everyone has a spiritual nature. Everyone has a divine nature. Everyone is connected to the eternal. And I think that's what your books do, is help people tap into that. And I'd imagine that's one of your goals, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have really understood the goal of my books. You really, as I would say, you nailed it. You really did.
Thank you.
It is really the goal, the main goal, that people from every religion, every background read my books, and they understand that when there is a will, there is a way, and we are all interconnected by our subconscious mind. And that is what metaphysics is about. Actually, that is why I am in metaphysics. We are one with the universe. So we are all brothers and sisters, no matter the religion, no matter the country, the language, the color. We are all one.
Yeah.
We are one collective.
Exactly. No, I agree 100%. Tell the folks at home how they can learn more about your work, more about your books, your podcast that you mentioned, the TV show that you mentioned. Tell us about that.
Yes. First of all, there is my podcast that is on global TV and radio that is called on Mondays at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Time, Canada. So it is, it's called A Woman's Prerogative. I am a full-time panelist. I am not the host on that show.
Okay.
And I have a show, a French show, every once a month. For the moment, it's once a month. I had one Wednesday at 2 o'clock in French. And this one is called, it's called La Voix de la Guérison, which is the call of the healing. So I explain how to heal with energy. My last show was about guided imagery because I actually help people with guided imagery to heal and to reach higher levels with their energy. I do that. And what I do is that people can write to me at greatdivinemother@gmail.com. They can also buy my books on Amazon. They are in French, English, and Spanish will be available at the end of the month. The Chinese and the Arabic format will be available in about 2 months.
Wonderful.
So I will be around the world. That will be cool.
That is great. Yeah, your message will fall on a lot of different cultures, a lot of different ears, a lot of different people. And the email address is greatdivinemother@gmail.com. That's wonderful.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Exactly.
Before we leave you today, let me just ask you this. If somebody out there is a little troubled in their life and wants to begin the path of healing, what would you say would be a good first step?
A good first step would be, well, first of all, to reach out to me. That would be nice. They can reach out to me by writing to me. I would help them. I have programs that are available. So I can do Zoom meetings with them. I can help them progress with their life. I am a person that I have a lot of background. I was a nurse, an ICU nurse, emergency nurse. So I was a holistic nurse also. And I've got a master's in metaphysics. I'm finishing my PhD in metaphysics. So I have a background. I have something that really I know my subject. That is for sure. And when someone is troubled, I work in psychiatry a lot. So when someone is troubled, I know if it is a problem that has to do with psychiatry or it is something that can be solved other than with psychiatry. Because the thing is that when they have to be sent to some specialists, I send them there. I do not hesitate. I will help them as long as they need. And I always say something. If it is something that they do not see, it might not be seen, but it does not mean it is not there.
Exactly. Yeah, some of the most profound things in the world cannot be seen, but have to be experienced. And I think you're a great resource for the people out there who want to heighten their spiritual experience, who want to heal past wounds, and who want to get on a great journey of self-discovery and spirituality. These books are amazing. They're a great first start as well. They're available on Amazon. The name of the books are 111 Reflections for Thy Earth Odyssey, Tomb 1 and Tomb 2, and soon to be Tomb 3 as well. They are sacred companions for anyone ready to deepen their self-awareness and spiritual connection. Reverend, thank you so much for joining me here today.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Great speaking with you. I appreciate your insight and your wisdom. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.